G'day guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at 3 things that you can learn from Bryson DeChambeau. So first we're going to look at, for the vast majority of players, when they address their driver, we'll often see players setting their hands a little bit down low, okay? Generally the driver sits a little bit flatter, so we tend to see players sort of lowering the hands down here. And in doing so we get this slight little sort of hinging of the wrist. Now that can be a problem for many players. If we get the wrist hinging too early at address, as we work into our backswing, this hinge begins to now move the club into a state of extension. So the wrist wants to kind of move this way. You can see the club head moving that direction there. And as we pick the club up, we've now got up to the top of the backswing here. We're far more likely to see a player put their wrist into an extended state. Now, when you watch Bryson at setup, one of the things he'll do, apart from obviously stands very, very tall, is he will get his hands up very, very high. So he will have, you know, what I would term like a fairly flat wrist. And then from here, if we simply work to the top of our backswing, we're going to see that our wrist is going to start to go into a state of a very mild state of flexion. But what it's not going to do is it won't be extended, we won't be cupping the wrist, we won't be losing control of the club face. So if you're looking to improve your driving, that'll be the first place I would start for most players, is get ourselves into a little bit of a taller posture, create some space, set that wrist and the hands a little bit higher, because from here we've now got the ability to move the club into the takeaway, maintain loft onto the club here. Loft is key, it's going to help us get the ball to go airball more carry, more distance. And then from here, when you work to the top of your backswing, you're going to find that your wrist is going to be set. One, it'll either be very neutral, 2, it'll be ever so slightly flexed, which is a common trait we see amongst great drivers of the golf ball. Secondly, you're going to see that Bryson, when he gets into the hip high portion of his takeaway, his right leg's really starting to extend. And we get to the point where he almost has that right leg completely extended. The reason why we can do this, 2 reasons. One, as we extend our right side and our right leg here, it enables me to get my club to work up a little bit higher. Now that's not a bad thing. If we get the hands up high, we can widen the swing arc. That's going to give us opportunity with time. Time gives us an opportunity to build up speed. Speed is good, it's going to help us hit the golf ball further. But it also assists with creating rotation a little bit easier. So if I set myself up here and I let my right leg extend, I've now created additional hip rotation, which means that if I just do nothing more than extend my right leg, I've also created additional shoulder rotation. And then from there, even if we don't do anything extra, we've already created a decent amount of turn. So just simply extending that right leg on the takeaway, as we get to hip high, we want it to feel like it's extending to get, let's use straight for want of a better word. The right leg is straightening. We're going to give us an opportunity to get a little bit higher hands, because we're going to get a little bit taller in that backswing. We're going to create some space, some time, and therefore improve our speed. And finally, the third thing that you're going to see that Bryson does extremely well is he gets his left shoulder to move across and around the body a little bit more. So we see a lot of players will tend to get the arms to parallel to the ground here, get the club parallel to the ground. They can't just lift the arms up. We stop turning that left shoulder, we stop the rotation element of the backswing. If you want to hit the golf ball further, if you want to generate more speed, again, create more space, we want this left shoulder to move and feel like it's moving almost over our right foot. So that creates additional turn, which creates additional width in the swing, which is going to give us more speed, which gives us potentially a lot more distance. And if we can add those 3 elements together, so we go with our high hands at address, we want to feel like the right leg's extending by the time we get to the club parallel to the ground, and then we add in that we're going to get this left shoulder to feel like it gets over the right foot, we create far more opportunity to develop speed, which is going to help us hit the golf ball further. Guys, those are the 3 key things that I would take away when watching Bryson DeChambeau drive a golf ball. 3 keys that are easy to implement and are going to help see you improve your driving. As always, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video. I do hope that you found it helpful, and I hope parts of it have been helpful to your game. As always, don't forget to like, share it with any of your friends that might need some help, and feel free to put a comment in there, because I'm more than happy to answer questions, more than happy to help you with your golf game. And guys, if you have a video that you'd like to see, let me know. I'd be more than happy to create something specifically for you. And above all else, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out when the videos get dropped. You'll find them every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. Queensland time. Until next time, happy golfing.